Hey Scorpio, welcome to your March reading. So I got a message for you from Spirit right off the bat before we get into your cards, which is when it comes to the demolition crew of the zodiac, you are the leader, the coordinator when it comes to breaking things down in all the different ways that you could take that. When it comes to demolishing, dissolving, transmuting, transforming, you have the master's, doctorate, all the postgraduate degrees. Now, how do you feel about your ability to build, create, enjoy, breathe? What sustains you? What fills you with energy? You're really good at again, dissolving, demolishing, composting, releasing. What about taking in? What, when you take it in, does it fill you? What inspires you? For some people, walking around a museum, or reading a book, or walking in nature, or listening to a certain type of music. Do more of that. Bring in some more of what sustains you. And I'm going to say that if you run out of ideas, or you want to keep it really basic, literally consider your breath as this endless thing that sustains you. There's an in and out. There's, the creation and destruction. You're transforming oxygen into CO2 and giving it back to the earth generously. There's a lot of different breathing techniques, alternate nostril breathing, box breathing, all kinds of different ways that you could engage with your breath and invite more energy, vitality, excitement into you. And then just notice what happens naturally around you. Because taking a really deep breath can be the difference, let's say, between acting on your road rage or not. Just to go with the loud sound. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Thanks for being here. Let's pull some cards, shall we? Let's get into the story of your month. And look at the past, present, and future, the guidance Spirit wants to give you. We're going to look at the climate you're working with and how you are showing up as the protagonist in your story. Which characteristics Spirit wants to bring to your attention so that you can have the best month possible, so that we can use what is showing up to our best advantage in the month of March. Spirit for Scorpio people, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, and dominant people. What do we need to know for our highest good in the month of March? Any effects from the past as they pertain to the present and the unfolding future, Spirit. We want to know the climate that Scorpio is working with in March and how they can best navigate it. We want to know your guidance, Spirit. And we also would love to know the key to unlock the month of March, all its potential for Scorpio's highest good. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, we got a bonus card. Okay, let's see, Scorpio. Scorpio in the month of March. Please share their story, Spirit. Show us the lay of the land for Scorpio and how they can navigate it for their highest good. Wow. Hey, love to see it. Beautiful reading. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading. And how is Scorpio showing up? In their element. Very powerful, powerful reading, Scorpio. I see you standing up for yourself. I see you standing up for what you believe in. I see you showing a lot of courage and a lot of determination, a lot of creativity. Really, really powerful. Let's talk. So you're showing up as the King of Cups. Nothing to do with sex and gender. You could be a woman, you could be a non-binary person, you could be anywhere on the spectrum and be a King of Cups. What it shows is that you are at a place where you have access to equilibrium, emotional equilibrium. You are, we could say the master of your emotions. You know what is going on within you, and that makes you much better at handling what is around you. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in the past, Eight of Cups. Ooh, if we have to see it, I'm glad that we see it in the past. You may still be moving through this as we start the reading, okay? Eight of Cups is leaving behind something that we're not served by anymore. It is not helping us grow, and it's actually doing the opposite. If we lean into those eight cups, we find them to be stagnant. We find them to be toxic. So going back to the old partner and then coming away even less satisfied, more lonely than before, or taking the drink that was supposed to lower our anxiety and it actually upped it through the roof. These are signs that something has an Eight of Cups energy to it. There is more out there for you. And look at that. Moving into the present, Six of Swords. So for those of you who are like, I'm still there, I still haven't completely detached from this thing, like I'm aware that it's not good for me, but I haven't begun walking, I want to give you some love, some compassion, some encouragement. It looks to me like you will, if you have not yet. And it looks to me like a lot of you already have. So please chime in. Let me know. Where are you? Are you on the Eight of Cups? Or are you on the Six of Swords? Six of Swords is literally moving on. What I really love about this and what I want to point out, if we look at the Eight of Cups, this person is leaving behind these little stagnant eight cups that can only hold so much water. And they are moving with the lotus blossom in their hand toward the source. The flowing, fresh, unending source. The opportunity to grow, the opportunity to deepen that isn't available in these eight shallow cups. And then here, sequentially, we see them on a boat. They have found the water. Not only have they found the source, but they have learned to navigate it. Hello, King of Cups things. So you are moving on. Six of Swords is moving away from the old, negative, conflicted, dark and murky, petty, and moving on toward fresher, brighter days. There may be some mournful energy to that moving on, some wistfulness, some like, ugh, I hated to let it go, and it's exactly what I needed to do in order to be true to myself. That's something that I'm hearing, to be healthy. The King of Cups is a character that is very true to themselves because they know themselves at the deepest, deepest emotional, spiritual levels. So if you are really true and honest and aligned with yourself, there is something that you know that you need to move on from, and that there is a healthier, happier, brighter, clearer place for you, and that there are people who will go with you. Importantly, I'm noticing that there are three people in the boat on the Six of Swords, and we have the Three of Cups over here in the environment. What is around and available to you? Friends, community, found family, chosen family. I see you moving on with your people. So what does that mean to you, Scorpio? And if you are like, I don't have people, then perhaps what you are moving toward is your people. Three of Cups. They're right here. They're available. People that are like you, but not like you. You know, we have a lot in common, but we also have different talents and abilities and perspectives, and it makes us so much stronger when we come together. That's what I feel. So if you are searching for community, the Spirit is like, the ironic thing is that we have to find ourselves, and then we find our truest community. It's not that we can't find community and then find ourselves or etc. But when we have found ourselves, it makes us the best able to orient toward the community, the place, the activities that are best for us and truest to us. Let's point out, sitting in your future, beautiful, very powerful cards. A lot of strength in this reading. The Nine of Pentacles, and further clarified and developed by the Strength card. That's your bonus card for this month. So Nine of Pentacles, standing strong and proud of yourself on your own, content and fulfilled on your own, successful on your own terms. And like Spirit said, then this community that becomes available to you because, you know, perhaps, like, let's just draw an easy comparison, right? If someone has gone their whole life not knowing about themselves that they were an artist, or not knowing about themselves that they were neurodivergent, or that they were queer, and suddenly in knowing themselves, they are able to be enveloped in this community that understands them, supports them, wants to raise them up and see what they have to give and watch them grow. You know, the opposite of a community or a group or a relationship that doesn't want us to grow, because if we grow, that means we might leave, or we might change, or we might become no longer aligned with them. But Scorpio knows the cost of growing, right? So yes, there's still inevitably some shedding in your reading, but there's development, there's growth, exactly what Spirit was talking about. There's joy, there's receptivity, there's the kind of letting go that doesn't involve having to unnecessarily always grieve, but also to just like just sliding a 60-pound backpack off of your back. The Fool is sitting in the position representing hopes and fears. We're going to come back to strength in just a second. But your hope and your fear is being able to let go. I understand. You're a fixed sign. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. We maybe hold a belief that if we let this thing go, we'll forget. We won't be able to protect ourselves the same way. If I let go that this person did that to me, or that I went through these terrible times, if I let go of that, I'm just open again for it to happen to me, again. And the irony is it's the opposite. The more we hold on to and use as a shield, the more separate we are, both from ourselves and from, again, the community and the people that would love and see us for who we are and embrace that and ask even just for more of it. So you are welcome to slide that backpack off, that Eight of Cups filled backpack off. Nine of Pentacles, again, to stand strong, joyful on your own terms. I also see this is really good financially. This is like, oh, I'm making more than enough. I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud of the work that I've done. Great, beautiful card. And then connect it to strength, power. But not the kind of power that comes from dominating other people, forcing them to do our bidding, forcing even ourselves to do things in a certain way. It is, oh, actually, when I allow all of myself to be at the table, when we all work together, when we are all in alignment, all the parts of me, we can do anything. It's only when we're divided, when I hate the part of myself that is needy, not a real thing, okay, everybody has needs. When I hate the part of myself that is jealous, also very normal, and most people experience this. There's no reason to hate yourself. And hating yourself and shaming yourself never made a person grow or become better. It only locks them deeper into an Eight of Cups habit. Oops, I gotta, get rid of this memory, glug, 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 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Spirit is asking you to fully embrace all of your parts and bring them compassion. King of Cups things. Very enveloping. Very much, I can be in a storm and I know how to find equilibrium. I know the storm, this emotional storm I'm in, it will pass. So I don't need to freak out. I don't need to cling. I don't need to run. I don't need to do anything but breathe. Let's come back to something else I said in the beginning. Breathing exercise is probably going to do you a lot of good. Sitting in the key position, the Magician. You have everything that you need. You might need to remix it. Might need to move some pieces around. Might need to try it a different way. It's like when you're cooking something. You have all the ingredients in front of you, but maybe you change the order and the flavor deepens. You know what I mean? Maybe you were adding your spices to the soup at the end when it was full of broth and the spices were never going to be able to get into the veggies or the protein, right? So then you try it again. You had your flavorless soup, and you try it again, you throw in your veggies and you spice them right away, and then you fill with broth after they've cooked in it, and you taste how deep that flavor is. Cooking up what you are going through, integrating it. Sitting in the position representing the guidance, the advice for you, Seven of Wands, a breakthrough. Believing in yourself. Believing you have everything that you need to take on anything that you want to. There is a lot coming at you, and I see that, but I also see that you have everything that you need to navigate it, to understand when it's not your fight and not something you have to work against or break through, and when it is. Believe in yourself and don't be afraid to stand up, to use your voice, to fight for what you believe in and fight for what is yours, okay? That's your guidance, because you have all of the strength to do it and all of the experience to do it. And especially it's going to be a lot easier when you slide that 60-pound backpack off. That's what Spirit is saying. Give yourself permission to live here and now and not have to have half of you living in the past and half of you here. That would make sense as to why one could feel disempowered or empty. Is that resonating with you? How's that hit you, Scorpio? Tell the truth, please. Like if you like, dislike if you don't. Tell me the truth. I love to hear it. Like I said, Scorpio placements myself. I really appreciate your time here. Truly do. Subscribe if you vibe, Scorpio. It really helps the channel and I deeply appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you at our first ever but certainly not last, Saturday Live, March 1st, 11 a.m. Central. See you then, I hope. Until then, bye, Scorpio.